What's up, guys? It's Corey and Caleb here, taking a little break from March Madness, even though right after this I'll be getting right back to it. Hopefully, we can have some more upsets so UVA doesn't destroy everyone's bracket and we can make it interesting this year. How's your bracket looking, Caleb?
Not too bad. I actually didn't have Virginia going too far. I had them losing, I think, next round to Creighton, but Creighton's not in it anyways, so that kind of hurts. But it was definitely a lot of fun to watch that game last night. I think anyone who will probably remember where they were at the day they saw the 16 seed beat the number one. So that's
Yeah.
always a lot of fun. I think everyone will definitely remember that.
Yeah, looks like Caleb's a low-key genius here. But as always, we're happy to get back into the NBA swing. And today, we're going to start with the Mighty Dollar Jackpot that includes Bradley Beal, Kemba Walker, Eric Gordon, and D'Angelo Russell for points. Caleb and I were discussing this, and we actually differ a good bit here, which isn't the worst thing, to be honest. I love Eric Gordon in this spot.
Hmm.
I've always thought the Pelicans don't play defense. They're bottom five in the league against wings, and it's a little bit of a revenge game for Eric Gordon. You know, not the biggest revenge game, but I mean that man just bombs threes. The one thing the Pelicans don't do is guard the 3-point line. I think Eric Gordon gets 25 to 30 points, and I'm going with his upside tonight. Let's hear it, Caleb.
I think that's a really good move. Anyway, I mean, I like targeting Pelican guards against, or sorry, guards against the Pelicans. And he's definitely going to get his shots up tonight in that game's. I think it's got the highest total projected from Vegas out of any of the games. The big ones for me is I think I'll probably end up splitting my entries between Beal and Russell. With Allen Crabbe out, Russell's going to see a lot more shots and he's going to have the ball in his hands quite a bit more. He actually, I think it was a few nights ago, he was 7 for 7 from three his first time. So his upside for points are is enormous, and he can score in a hurry. So I think you wanna at least get one share of D'Angelo Russell, but Bradley Beal would probably be my safe pick. I think Beal in that matchup he should be able to push for a lot of points and has a good floor of points here. So I think he's the safe option, but I definitely want some Russell here.
Yeah, a lot of guys with a lot of upside tonight. I mean, I wouldn't mind Beal winning because that'd probably mean the Wizards would win this matchup, and
Yeah,
that would make me happy. But I love Eric Gordon here. This game could, maybe go into double overtime. So I mean, it's even more upside
yeah,
there. Um,
definitely.
for most rebounds, we got Clint Capella, Enes Kanter, Marcin Gortat, and Miles Turner. We got two guys questionable here. I think Miles Turner is a bit more questionable than Capella is at this point. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, so I think Capella should be good to go. He's trending towards playing tonight, so we can be safe with picking him. Turner is a game time decision, so we might want to wait a little while before we start plugging him in. But out of the four, I still think I want to go back to the New Orleans the Pelicans game here, and look to Capella. I think that total is going to help him out quite a bit. He didn't have a great game first time around against them, and he might have struggled dealing with both Davis and Cousins, but this time he's only got to deal with Davis, so he won't have to deal with both of them this time. So I think he still has a good amount of rebound upside with the total here. What are you thinking?
Yeah, you guys know anytime I see Marcin Gortat on here, I tell you not to pick him. Don't
Yeah,
pick him. I haven't led you guys wrong once this year on that. I kind of don't think Miles Turner is going to suit up in this one. Yeah, I think it's sprained toe or sprained something last game.
yeah,
And he didn't come back. It's only been less than 48 hours. I don't really expect him to play. Kanto will be going against Howard tonight. Maybe he gets more minutes, but I don't know. I mean, he's been seeing mid-20s, which kind of hurts him. Although he does rack up rebounds in an incredibly quick fashion.
yeah,
But if I'm going to Eric Gordon, I mean, I'm looking for that close game because I need that upside from him. And like Caleb said, Clint Capella makes a lot of sense here. A lot of rebounding upside if he gets 30 minutes. We think he's going to play. We don't have reason to believe he's not going to play.
yeah.
But if I like Capella a lot here. You might want some exposure to Cantor, maybe one or two entries. But overall, Capella's our favorite guy here.
Definitely, I agree
First,
there.
yeah. For assists, we got another questionable player in Chris Paul. You got anything on that?
Chris Paul should be good to go tonight too. I don't think he's got a tag on him right now. So I think we're safe with picking on Chris Paul tonight. And actually, I'll go back to that game again, and I will definitely say Chris Paul is one of the guys you might want to target here. One of our favorite studs tonight is Harden in that game. So he's gonna have a lot of action, being able to get assists over to Harden throughout that game, especially with the total how high it is. It is the highest on the slate. Now, we already know Rondo can push for 20 assists on any night. So I think the optimal move here is to target those two and basically split your entries. I don't think the bottom two we're gonna give much consideration to unless if Corey has something for us.
I mean, yeah, he's pretty accurate. I think with D'Angelo Russell getting even more minutes without Allen Crabbe, I mean, you're looking at him being a ball hog, kind of taking
Hmm.
away Spencer Dinwiddie's upside. Dallas is atrocious against the point guard, but I mean, I don't like that upside there. Darren Collison's not going to do it for us. Um, yeah, I mean, we have Rondo and Chris Paul projected very close, about within an assist of each other. So I don't see why you don't split entries here.
Hmm.
I might like Rondo a little more just because he's Rondo and he's not really going to shoot as much as Chris Paul would.
Yeah.
But this one's really close to me. I'm hoping for a close game all around, and yeah, maybe 3 Rondo, 2 Chris Paul for me. It's
Sure.
pretty close. And we have my favorite player to see for points. It's Anthony Davis.
Oh.
We lowballing him or highballing him tonight? What are your thoughts?
Well, last time when he played against them, I believe I just wrote this up, but I think he had 27 points against them last time, and that was with Cousins. So I'm gonna add another 10 to 15 in that range, and I will definitely give him probably 35 to 37 tonight.
Yeah,
And
his
that's I
Oh, go
think his
ahead.
floor is about 35 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, our projection system has him around 30, which I don't. That's a little scary to me. Maybe they're projecting a blowout. Kind of hoping
Yeah.
not. But I think Caleb nailed it. I kind of like the 34 to 38 range.
Hmm.
I This could be a matchup where Drew Holiday explodes against James Harden.
Yeah.
Just that terrible defense, the lack of defense, and I mean, this game's gonna be going back and forth. People just popping threes. Um, so yeah, I mean, you gotta expect Anthony Davis to get over 30. That's for sure. 30-point floor is very accurate. 34 to 38 for me. But yeah, if I would not take a single entry into any slate with Anthony Davis. So if you're entering this jackpot, I definitely recommend multi-entering here.
Yeah.
And while we're on points, we'll touch on the triple lightning real quick. We already talked about Anthony Davis, and we have Victor Oladipo and James Harden. What you got for Oladipo points wise? Remember, we want to get the plus or minus 1 here, so we kind of have a range of 3.
Okay. I'm not huge on Depot tonight. I think he's got a decent history against Washington in the past, if I'm not mistaken. I think Corey's probably got a little more for us on that. But I think he'll hit right around his average tonight, probably between 22 and 26, somewhere around there. I think 25 is probably a max I'd see him hitting. I think I'll probably go with like 23 for him tonight.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind that. Last time Depot played Wizards, he put up 31. Pretty
Mhm.
impressive 31, and Indiana won that game. This one might be a little tougher for Indiana, especially if Miles Turner doesn't suit up along with Sabonis. But that also does mean that the guard play is going to have to be bigger for Indiana than it has
Sure.
been. So I might like the 26, 25 to that gives us 25 to 27. I don't think he gets that 31 again, but I could definitely see it. But yeah, it's gonna have to be. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a lot of big Bogdanovich tonight, or maybe some bench play. I mean, Indiana's gonna
Yeah.
have to have a whole new system tonight with all those injuries. So this one's a little bit tough for me. I like the 26. That way we get 25 to 27.
Okay.
And then, do you think this is a Harden explosion night?
I wouldn't say it's an explosion night, but I think he's definitely going to push for his 30 plus points easy. So it's whether or not he can get to that 40 point range. So I would definitely put him at with the team with the total, he could very well just explode and hit that 40 plus and just bolster himself up there with how fast paced that game is going to be. Last time out against them, I believe he had. Let's see what I got here for him. Last time out, he had 23. So he wasn't overly top heavy with the scoring, but he also had 11 assists that game. So he was dishing it out a lot. So I think we'll get him at more points tonight. I think he's gonna hit at least 30. I'm gonna put him probably at like 33 to 35.
It's crazy you said that. I was thinking 32, which about almost
Sure.
the same range. The only downside if you're playing Triple Lightning and the Dollar Jackpot is if you're picking Eric Gordon with me, then if Harden gets in the 30s, Eric Gordon probably won't. Not saying he won't because that game could be 130 to 125.
Yeah.
But the upside definitely is a little more limited. So I think you do want to choose one or the other here. If you're picking Eric Gordon, if you're not, feel free to spread your entries all around. But yeah, I like the 32 range. Just Pelicans don't play defense much, and this is a game that screams James Harden to me.
Definitely.
And then we'll hit on the late slate for the NBA, if I can find it. Here we go. It's a $2.22 entry, which is actually the same slate. And we have Drew Holiday, Harrison Barnes, who's out. Be sure to not pick him. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, and Markieff Morris for points. I think I picked Drew Holiday and move on here. What about you?
Yeah, I think Hollis Jefferson had a really, really good game last night with Crab out. So I don't want to completely disregard him. I think he had 25 or 26. He had quite a bit. But
Okay.
I don't want to completely disregard him here. But I think Holiday is definitely the optimal play. I think if you're multi-entering, just get one share of Hollis Jefferson and then just put the rest on Drew.
I like your thoughts there. Yeah, there's just with Harrison Barnes out, there's a little more clarity here. We already touched on the rebounding category and the assist category, and then we also talked about the points category. Except here we have we don't have the plus or minus one. We also we just want to get that range for multi-entering. Sounds to me like 31 to 35 would probably be good for us. Would you agree?
I would put right at 33 if it was me, but I think 31 to 35 if you're picking anything around there is a good range. If you really want to go all out on Harden tonight and think he's the one who's ball hogging it and just doing it all himself, I think you could go with above 40. That's fine too.
Yeah. Very tough when you're getting Harden and Anthony Davis on the same slate.
Very tough. Yeah.
But that'll be it for our Boom Show. Caleb and Justin Gore have been working hard for our DFI team, and they have two must-haves that are ready to crush. We put out a great tweet that I think you guys should go check out at Daily Fantasy Insider, the Twitter handle. I think you'll get a good laugh out of that. Other than that, be sure to join Caleb and Justin in the war room. And good luck on this Boom slate, guys. We'll be with you again tomorrow. See you later.
Good luck, everyone, and enjoy your March Madness as well.
Yeah, enjoy March Madness.
Bye.